Hey, this is Travis in the Uncanny Valley. So the other day I was talking with someone, and when they got done talking, I started talking, and I was clearly mid-sentence, but I started to pause, kind of like this, where I was trying to think of my words, and they started to interrupt me, and I did this where I kept trying to maintain my place in the conversation because I wanted to get my thought out. And they just, it was about 4 times they just kept trying to talk over me when, like, it was my turn to speak, and I was trying to say something in response, and I don't want to lose track of my thoughts. And we both just came to a stop, and I said, I'm trying to get better about maintaining my place in a conversation. So, like, I don't remember exactly how I phrased it, but I said something like, so sometimes that, I might have a little pause in the middle of my sentence, but, like, I'm trying to get to where I'm not just rambling on to maintain my space and my turn to speak. So if I pause like this, I still want to be able to finish my thought. And I was explaining the boundary that I'm having now, and not everyone's used to boundaries. So, like, I was trying to, like, ease them into that, and they said something just like, "Then I can't do this," and I was like, well, that's a little frustrating. That, saying I want to be able to speak at my own pace and not be interrupted meant the conversation can't go on. But I was like, okay. And then like a couple hours later, it came up again, and the same thing started happening. And so I was kind of like trying to keep my place in my sentence, and just, politely, and I didn't get loud or anything like that, and I wasn't being rude. I was just trying to keep talking, and I might have held my hand up to kind of indicate that, I'm still here, I'm still talking. And they stopped interrupting me, and then I thought, okay, well, I articulated the boundary, but, like, boundaries are a pretty new concept, and people aren't used to me having boundaries, and just articulating a boundary doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to stick with it. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and name it. I said, okay, well, just to be clear, like, I'm trying to do better about having this boundary around my right, like, my ability to speak, even if I need a little pause to think of the correct word. And I said, so I'm just trying to have that boundary so I can feel comfortable to talk with you, to talk. And they said a very important word. They said, then. They said, then I can't do this. And it was very telling. It's like, well, if you're going to have a boundary, like, if you're going to actually maintain this boundary, then I can't talk. Like, then we can't do this right now. And again, as frustrating as that was, it was good to know, because, we just stopped talking, and we both stayed calm, and that was it. And like I said, as frustrating as it was to know that, like, having a boundary meant that person just couldn't function in that conversation at that time, like, it's better to know, like, okay, you can't, this can't happen in a mutually respectful way, then yeah, it should stop, because that's one of my things I'm trying to do, is to, like, say, like, well, if we can't talk to each other in a mutually respectful way, then the conversation can't happen. So it's just, that was one of those instances, and it was off-putting, but, like, it was fine. Like, it was a little frustrating, but it was fine. So yeah, it went really well, all things considered.